Hey everyone, this is Dennis from AndroidBugle.com here, and this is a video response to Noah from TechnoBuffalo asking for video reviews of whatever you have in your pocket. In my case, I'm still rocking the old HTC Magic from Rogers. For those of you not familiar with the HTC Magic, this was branded as the MyTouch 3G in the United States, and it was one of two initial Android launches in Canada. The other one being the HTC Dream, known as the G1 in the United States. This particular version of the HTC Magic has a few differences with the MyTouch 3G in the United States, and we'll go over that in the video review. Since this is supposed to be a video review, I decided to take the old box out and put the HTC Magic inside and pretend to have a mini unboxing. Of course, there's a charger and headset included with this device, but I don't know where the headset is, and the charger is plugged into the wall, so I wanted to just leave it there. So we'll just leave it into the device. So in the box, you got the device, and that's it. So I'll put this down, set this box aside, and here you have the device itself. The first thing you'll notice is the 3.2-inch 320 by 480 resolution TFT screen. On the top, you've got your speaker grill with notification LED on the right. On the bottom here, you've got some hardware buttons. Now, with today's phones, you'll mostly see capacitive buttons, and I mean, I don't have anything against capacitive buttons, but if you ask me, there's nothing that really beats the feel of hardware buttons. So, I mean, if you think about recent releases like the Droid Charge, those have physical buttons, so I think manufacturers haven't completely given up on them. So that's a good thing. Hopefully we'll see more phones in the future with that. And you also have the trackball. Now, of course, with a touchscreen, you could dispute the usefulness of a trackball, but personally, I don't mind it. It helps a lot with fine text input, and you can also make some use of it in games. But given that most devices won't have a trackball anymore, you shouldn't expect that games would or other applications would use it. So if I have it, that's great. If not, well, I can live without it. On the left hand side, you've got your volume rocker. On the right hand side, there's nothing. On the top here, you've got nothing at all. Usually on your phones, you'd have the power button, but in the case of the HTC Magic, they decided to have call and end keys here, and the end key doubles as your power button. I don't really mind that, but if I were to redesign the phone, let's say, I'd definitely have the power button on top. And on the bottom, you've got the old mini USB. Sort of bothers me. I don't understand how. I mean, this phone was released in 2009 or 2008, and I don't understand how they could go with a mini USB, but in any case, it is what it is. As far as internals are concerned, the HTC Magic is rocking a 528 megahertz Qualcomm MSM 7200 CPU, and it's packed with 512 megabytes of ROM and 288 megabytes of RAM. This is one of the differences between the Rogers HTC Magic and the MyTouch 3G in the US, is that this is a 32A device. So internally, it's actually much closer to an HTC Hero than it is an HTC Dream or G1. So for ROM development and other things like that, this phone actually has quite a few options to it. And I don't know if you noticed earlier when I hit the button, this isn't running Android 2.1. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this phone was launched with Android 1.5 at launch, Cupcake, and after a pretty heated debacle between users and Rogers and HTC, it eventually got upgraded to 2.1 with Sense UI. Now that brings me to the next topic I was going to go over, and that was the software. Since this is closer to an HTC Hero, a lot of the ROMs that are developed for the Hero are ported to the Magic, and the one that I'm running, and is probably keeping me from upgrading to a newer device, is a Gingerbread ROM that can be found on XDA developers. So as you can see here, this is full-fledged Gingerbread here. It's got all the functionality you want. The camera works, the Bluetooth works, Wi-Fi works, 3G works. So really, it is a fully functioning ROM. So I mean, for anyone who has an HTC Magic who might see this video, although it's, the chances are not great, but if you do, you should check out the XDA forums for GB Writer. If I recall, that's the ROM that I'm using here for Gingerbread on the HTC Magic. So there you go.